Hello and welcome back to another episode of Markets in Turdmoil. Today is March 4th, 2021, and markets have sold down really fast in just 3 days after a quick sell-off last week and a quick bounce after that. Today I'm just going to be talking about a few short things, give a general overview, and of course where I think markets will be moving in the very short future and what price points I'll be looking at. First off, we've definitely seen that markets have moved very fast in the last few days, especially in the last 3 days where there was literally no buying pressure, no bids were there to prop the markets up really. We also see that with the 2 standard deviation Bollinger Bands here, that as of today, markets have sold off really quickly and that we are actually way below and we've blown way past the lower Bollinger Band. As for moving averages, we're definitely below several of the moving averages, especially with the 20-day simple moving average here, as well as the 14-day VWAP here. In the short and medium term, of course, we can obviously that the markets are in a very simple downtrend right now, and that would be expected unless there were some major buying pressure. First off, we have the stochastic RSI and the simple RSI here. Although these indicators really show that the markets are generally very oversold right now, that doesn't mean that we're ready for the bounce. I still believe that we do need to see some sort of buying demand as well as buying pressure during regular trading hours before any sort of bounce can really be believed. Now, we've blown through a few supports in the past few days very quickly, but there's still a few zones that I'll be looking at as sort of a line in the sand, whether as support or a break of that support will lead to further weakness in the markets. First of all, we have these anchored VWAPs here, where the VWAP is anchored to a price, and this is actually one of my favorite moving averages right now. We can see that with the October bottom here, the anchored VWAP here, price has been trending upwards, and as of right now, we are still slightly above it, and it should serve as some sort of support for the intermediate and short-term future. I'll also be looking at this volume profile that took place in the past 3 months, where right here is the 369, 368 zone, where it is sort of the POC, the point of control for the entire period. And of course, there is also the VWAP here as indicated earlier from at 370 and 371. So of course, these places, to me at least, are an important place to look at and sort of line in the sand for the markets where it is sort of a last measure of support. If we gap down to here, this area, and see lots of buying pressure, then it sort of is a temporary, I guess, sigh of relief before any more selling happens, or it could be the intermediate bottom here. So essentially, I'll be looking at this zone here for any sort of meaningful support before we get a general bounce back. It's very likely that we're going to gap down here and see some buying pressure up to close off the week, although the weekly candle will definitely look pretty ugly at this point. No matter which way we go, higher or lower, there's almost zero chance that we're able to close this week green, and even if we do, it's a very nasty looking morning star or a very large wick showing definite selling pressure and definite risks in the market right now. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say before the markets open tomorrow, and looking forward in the future. Selling off in tech has definitely been the driving point recently, and I don't think there will be any sort of change in that unless yield curve moves or there is any change in the macro basis. And as always, good luck and stay safe out there.